Hey, Fox Weather celebrating America's 250, and that includes the men and women who put themselves on the line for their country. Slicing through an eye wall, tossed around by some of the most powerful winds on the planet, the pilots and researchers that make up NOAA's hurricane hunters risk themselves for important data that helps predict hurricanes as accurately as possible. For those people, and for me too, that's a dream job. It's a chance to make a big difference and warn people about the dangers to come. Here to talk to me about his experiences, Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy DeHart. Oh, Jeremy, thank you so much. You're the Weather Recon Officer with the 53rd Weather Squadron. To me, that's a dream job, and you've got it. Thanks for telling me about it this afternoon.
Sure, great to be with you.
Yeah, Jeremy, talk to me about how you got this job, because I was a budding meteorologist. I'm like, what am I going to do with this? You took this, and now you're flying into hurricanes. This is one of the coolest jobs. How did you get it?
Yeah, I've always been kind of a weather geek at heart since I was a kid. Um, but doing this job kind of was able to bridge both my love for weather and my really my desire to serve my country. I come from a long line of military service. My grandparents, my granddads on my mom's and dad's side were in the Army. They served in World War II. My dad was in the Navy. And so it's been just an honor for me to be able to serve my country in this capacity and do what I love to do.
Thank you so much for your service and your entire family as well. And what does it feel like when you're making it? You know that you're making a difference because the data that you collect goes right into the National Hurricane Center's forecast, into the data models. How does that make you feel?
It does. It's very impactful. I've flown a lot of different storms over the 10 years that I've done this mission. One that kind of stands out was really my first year that I was with the unit in 2017. I was in training at the time. It was Hurricane Harvey. It was a landfall mission of Hurricane Harvey, and that storm, if you remember, was a lot of flooding, a lot of impact of the southeast Texas coast, and we were actually receiving Mayday calls. We were hearing Mayday calls from ships down in the harbor down around Corpus Christi trying to reach the Coast Guard. And, so we were collecting the data and also passing some of those Mayday calls to the Coast Guard. And so it was just moments like that that really stood out, that this is an important job and we're really making a difference out
Well,
here.
it's amazing. I was in Corpus for that when I was reporting live. I didn't know you guys were taking Mayday calls with that too. And if I remember right, you guys also had predicted and you had to measure what the winds were around the storm. Because remember, the steering flow completely collapsed, and that's why it rained so much over the one spot near Houston.
That's right. Yep. Of course, the data that we provide, as you mentioned, goes right into the models, to the hurricane models, to help better predict the intensity and the track, as well as goes right into the hands of the forecasters there on the desk at the National Hurricane Center when they're putting out their warnings and watches and advisory products. So again, it just really hits home how important it is, the job that we do.
It's amazing to watch that. And you're doing the weather on board. You're actually in the plane itself. I've always wondered this, how do you know you're trying to do a center fix? How do you know you're in the exact center of the eye itself?
That's right. It's pretty neat. I mean, what as a meteorologist about how tropical systems form, and it's basically just a big area of low pressure. So we'll fly through at a flight level that can be 200 miles per hour in some of the strongest eye walls, and we'll literally watch the winds go from that down to 15, 10, 5, dead calm,
Oh.
and then completely flip the other direction. And so that's about when you know that we're there. So I'll mark that point and call that the fix, and we'll release a center drop zone that gathers the central pressure, and we send that off the airplane to the hurricane center. And so they're getting that data in real time.
Now, Jeremy, describe to me too when you punch through the eye wall finally, and let's say it's a moonlit night and you see the stadium shape. What is that like when all of a sudden you break through and there's hardly any wind, right in the center of the storm?
Yeah, that's what we call it, exactly, the stadium effect. It's like, imagine standing in the middle of a football field in a giant stadium, and you look around and you see the walls of the eye wall around you. You see pictures and videos, and even that doesn't do it justice. It's pretty amazing.
I'm watching this one right here. It's off to your left. That is absolutely stunning when you look at the center of it. Is it cloud free the entire way all the way down to the ocean? Because it seems like there's always some cumulus clouds that are kind of hanging out there by the ocean.
Yeah, there's always some. I won't say always. Most of the time, there's at least some cloud cover all the way down. Even in the strongest storms that I think you're showing Melissa right
Yep,
there, which of
yep.
course was really high end storm category 5. So even for those, you see some of that. But if you look above that crystal clear sky, that's incredible. And I've seen moonlit sky, you see the stars coming through at the same time. And it's amazing.
That is insane. And you talk about a bumpy ride. I bet you've had some big bumps on your flights before, right?
That's true. One that stands out was Hurricane Michael, the year after Harvey, making landfall. I flew that as a landfall mission as well as a Category 5, and we dropped about 2,000 feet in altitude in the last pass. And um, you never know. Every storm's going to be a little different. You never really know what to expect, but some of them are a little more harrowing than others.
Oh, I could even imagine. I mean, do you have a bag with you just in case? Because that's a big old drop. Your stomach inherently is going to go up in your throat.
Yeah, we're always prepared.
That's good. And speaking of that, do you have any advice for the next generation that wants to follow in your footsteps? How can they become a hurricane hunter?
Sure. Yeah. As I mentioned, I've always had a passion and a love for weather, and also a desire to serve my country in this capacity. So this was kind of a way to do that. So my advice would be, to kids out there, just go follow what it is that you love to do, and there's a path for you to do it.
Well said, Jeremy. I appreciate it. And by the way, thanks again for your service. And no offense, but I hope we don't use you at all this year. It's always nice if you don't have to go out. Am I right?
No offense taken. Absolutely.
Awesome. Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy DeHart, thank you very much. He's Weather Recon Officer with the 53rd Weather Squadron. Thanks, sir, again. I appreciate you. Hopefully talk to you again later on this season.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Great.